Welcome back to the solar kiln build, and of course there's the rooster, always wanting to know what's going on. Alright, co-op, we're getting started. Because the weight of the back wall, I'm going to take these 3 walls down, get them out of the way so I can build the back wall that will have the doors on it, and be able to use the full deck of the kiln floor to accomplish what I need for the back wall, and then get help bracing up the back wall and put these 3 walls back into place and nail it all together. So I need to go to the hay barn and start digging out everything and get the boards that I need to start this job. Of course, it's raining every other day, if not twice a day, and this pasture needs to be mowed again. I've been mowing it with just our lawn mower and not the bush hog and the tractor and all of that, but let's get started. It's actually at the distance. You can see the sawmill up in the trees. The wind blew the sawmill head to the far end, and that's a hackberry tree. And that is a hackberry tree limb. It's actually a scrawny tree. The wind broke it in half at the base. I'll have to get that out of the pasture as well. So let's get started. And that, my friends, is the resawn lumber on the Woodlander 8M 130 Max. Three and a half inches wide. Framing of the back wall that will have the door, these 2 will go on the very top of the frame. Right at 16 foot, just like that. Okay. This 16 foot goes at the bottom. One each of these along the end to the bottom, then to the top. That's how tall it will be. Two of these on each side. They will nail to the bottom, side by side to one of these, and then the 16-foot oak boards will sit right on top, nailed onto that. Well, to finish up this video, I have the framing mostly done with the exception of the doors, and I've used the ratchet strap and a come along to square up the building. Also some plywood sheathing, and I used it to square up the building as well, one on both sides. Something I decided to do differently, I made the holes up above. Those would be just a plain vent. I don't think I've got the vent here with me. Okay, so when I went to get plywood today, a foundation vent that is aluminum. It's all metal. I guess it's aluminum. It could be tin, but I can close and open that, and it's not plastic like a bunch of them that would probably melt if it got too hot. So I haven't figured out how I will redo the size of those holes. There's the 4 holes, and make it accommodate this foundation vent before I start putting the plywood covering the entryway to this. But I guess I'll get back to you with the decision I make at that time. Also, something else, if I stood the plywood up 8 foot, it still wouldn't cover all the way to the top. Let me come down here to this other end. So it's taller than 8 feet from the bottom foundation to the top. So I opted just to cover it like this, helping, like I said, square up the building. And then I will have to trim off this excess of this. But what I wanted to show you was the inside. I'll go ahead and put some more braces up higher that will allow me to fasten both sheets of plywood when I butt 2 up against each other, and a place to secure those to the wall. So that's what I'm going to add to it. And then on the rafters that hold the PVC, I will take and brace up the rafters in between the rafters before I start putting the final cover across the top. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next episode.